All right, welcome back everyone. Dr. Ben, not a real doctor here. Today let's talk about planks. If you're not familiar with planks, they usually go a little something like this in conventional workout programs. So a plank generally looks like this. You get into push-up position. You hold the push-up position for 30, 60, 90 seconds, whatever the workout calls for, and you feel a good burn in here. And the idea is you're learning to engage your abdominals, stabilize your core, which sort of in general is true, but the push-up position is really, it's for push-ups. There's not a lot of movement you can do from that position, and just holding a plank doesn't really teach you to apply that stabilization to movement. So here's the way that I like to use planks. I personally feel like that just doing planks to feel a burn in your core is kind of pointless. I like to work planks in as a way to learn to stabilize your core as a stepping stone to stabilizing for movement. So let's take this from a crawling perspective. So you get down here in hand-knee position, right? Right now you are in a plank position. This is a nice entry point for working on core stabilization. From this position, you can play with your spine and find a nice neutral position, right? And once you get that nice neutral position, you can practice stabilizing that neutral position. And before you move on to actual movement, you can practice lifting things, hands, knees. You can practice extending and get a feel for what it's going to be like to stabilize your core position when you move. Once you're comfortable with that, well then you can just start crawling, hand-knee crawl. And this is going to teach you to stabilize your core while moving. If you pay attention, you'll also notice that this is how humans learn to move. We learn to get up to our hands and knees, and then we learn to crawl, and then we learn to stand up, and then we walk. The pattern from crawling to walking is the same. It's what's known as an ipsilateral pattern. So right hand, left foot, left hand, right foot. We learn that pattern while we're crawling, and we learn to coordinate the left and the right by crawling. We also learn to stabilize our core as we swing opposite limbs. So crawling is extremely fundamental to our locomotion pattern. Being able to engage and stabilize your core while crawling is really important. So, all right, hand, knee, too easy for you, right? You've done this, you got strong core, you got good stabilization. Well, now you can move up into a hand-foot plank. You just lift your knees up. And what you'll notice when you do this is you're gonna find imbalances where hips wanna rotate, shoulders wanna rotate, turn. And now you can really take a minute, feel what's going on, and get yourself into a square position. Practice holding this nice square position because this is going to translate into hand-foot crawling. It's also going to force you to use a little bit more stabilization in your core, in your shoulders, and in your hips. It's going to build strength, it's going to build robustness, and you're going to have an easier time stabilizing while you're moving. Once you're comfortable in this position, same thing. You can start lifting things and challenging your stabilization across your body. Once you're comfortable with that, it's time to start crawling. Right? So that's how I prefer to use planks. Planks are not, I don't like exercises for exercise's sake. That's training muscles instead of training movement mindset. So instead, use planks as a stepping stone to make you more stable in movement. In this case, we're talking crawling, but it translates to standing, walking, running, because we're following the progression of human motor patterns. Don't just do planks because you feel a burn in your abs. Stop training muscles, start training movements. Use planks as a stepping stone. Anyway, that's all I got for you. What do you think of planks? They tend to be a pretty hated exercise in most workout routines. Let me know in the comments down below. If you liked the video, smash the thumbs up. If you know somebody who can benefit from it, share it with your friends. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Until next time, keep your life in motion.